gorgeous people, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Clarabelle and I'm so delighted that you're part of us again today. So in recent video I talked about social media and the impact of social media in today's world. I hope that you listen to this video from a place of understanding, okay, because it's just something that I've noticed and I just wanted to share with you guys. Okay, so without further ado, let's just dive into it. Before I get started, the main purpose of this video, if you don't take anything away, is to guide your heart. Guide your heart. There's so much information going on, and if you're not careful, we take all of this information and it becomes, unintentionally part of our lives. There's so much anger going on in the world, whether we know it or not. Sometimes when you see the things being displayed on social media, if you're from a home where you saw love, it makes you appreciate your parents the more every day. Honestly, the things that I see every day, I'm so grateful to my parents. I'm so grateful to the love that they poured inside of us, because how can this be? A lot of people have carried so much trauma and come on social media to give advice as though they are saying the right things, but what they are doing is projecting their bitterness to the world. And if you don't have discernment, you might take that situation and it becomes your own reality in your home. You hear stories like, I was very respectful to my husband, I submitted to my husband, and now my husband went to marry another wife without letting me know. If you don't have the spirit of discernment, you might now start acting, maybe you're probably that kind of woman that is so respectful, very calm, you're a very peaceful person. Automatically you come off of that social media platform without you knowing. You start looking at your husband, you start looking at him like, I hope this man is not taking me for a fool, I hope I'm not doing too much. And before you know it, the devil creeps into your heart. You might move from that gentle spirit and the calm woman that you are and very respectful to a very, very aggressive woman, because you do not have discernment. Something that have not happened to you or that might never happen to you will become the reality in your home, and before you know it, your most peaceful home becomes a chaotic home, and you're asking yourself, how did this happen? This story also applied to maybe a man that you take care of your wife, you're such a great man, you're very open to your wife, you never keep secrets, you have integrity, you and your wife are like open book to one another. Then you go on social media and you see a man saying, oh, they don't love a woman like that, so you don't open up to a woman, or you don't show a woman that you love her, or you don't do this one, or. And before you know, they will come up with stories, maybe that's truly their experience. My mom left my father and ran away with another man, and all of a sudden you come to your home. Your story was never going to be like that. Your story might never end up like that because of fear of the unknown. People's experience that will never be your own reality. You come back home, you stop loving your wife, you stop showing her care, you stop opening up to your wife, you build things in secret. Or friends that have had experiences that didn't work for them becomes your own reality. They project these things to you unknowingly. It was an innocent video you saw on social media, you listened to it, but they planted a seed in your heart, and you go home and start applying that. A home that was once very peaceful, your wife that was once very respectful to you, very loving because of how you led her, all of a sudden you change from that person that you were, and you wonder why your relationship has gone sour. Discernment. The devil is after marriages. God actually loves family. Family is so important to God, because if you want to build a better society, it starts from building the home. The home is very powerful. In a generation where access has given us this illusion that we have plenty options, when in reality, quality is actually rare. There's a huge pandemic on social media now, also telling women, men are scum, men are this, men are that, men are this, the men are wicked, because they came from a broken home when they saw their father maltreated their mom. But instead of them to choose a better option, they are carrying so much trauma, and they come on social media and tell the stories. There are people that have lost good spouses because of what they see and hear on the internet. In a society today where every young child is trying to be an influencer, both the ones that are influencing the good things and the bad things, everybody just want to be an influencer because they feel like that's where the money is. There's a man that I used to respect a lot, and I saw him talked about this particular guy, Pella, and It's like Pella has money. You that went to school, how much do you have? You equate money to value, to substance. And I just lost respect for that person. We now wonder why we see an adult, full adults, grown adults with money, and they become a social media nuisance. Because all you have worshipped the whole time is the money. And they don't have substance, they don't have value. So what are we creating? Education is not a scam. School is important. If you have a gift that God has given to you and you want to showcase it to the world, it's a good thing. I want you to apply it. You can do that as a side hustle. It's a gift that you want to share to the world. And maybe through your gifts, the Bible said your gifts will make way for you. Through your gifts, you might become rich. You can become rich, right? But do not ever underestimate the power of education. Whatever you want to do, make sure that you are adding value. You are adding value to yourself. So that we're not surprised when we see people with so much money but lack integrity and lack substance and value. But we also what happened and what displayed on social media, especially on the Nigerian platform, and people are surprised. Why are you surprised? Because we have built a society where people worship money than value, where we are telling children that they don't need to go to school. As long as you have cameras, you can create content. And we wonder why we see them behave outside social media, and we're wondering, they go there, they insult people, they lack etiquette, they lack the common manners, and you're wondering to yourself, who raised you? So education is not a scam. Guide your heart. Don't let anybody fool you. If they take everything away from you today, the platform is shut down, YouTube is shut down, because we never know what the world can turn into. You can go back to your degree, dust it out, and start applying for job. That is the option you have. You can go on interview and be able to express yourself. That is an option that you have. While you guys are listening to all of these things going on social media, people are telling you this, be mindful of what you take in. It is so much noise out there. It is so loud, and the negative ones are so loud that if you're not mindful, you mistake them to be true. They are lies from the pits of hell. So guide your heart, guide your space. If you need to leave social media for a little bit to take a breather, do that for your sanity. But even if you choose not to, because you need to be informed, you need to be aware of what is going on in the society, still guide your heart. Know what you take. Know the ones that you declutter, because everything you do flows from it. And I'm going to end my video here. Like I always do in all of my videos, you're loved, you're kind, you're beautiful, you are special, you're very valuable. Do not let anyone tell you otherwise. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye for now. Bye.